Next up is Brandcast. Brandcast is a code-free platform creating websites at scale. Brands like Colliers International, Berkadia, and JLL use their platform to create property, broker, and team sites. Representing Brandcast today is Senior Account Executive DJ Glass. DJ leads the real estate vertical there, and we'll be giving you a run-through of the platform. So thanks, DJ.
Perfect. Can you see my screen? It should say Brandcast, the website cloud for enterprise.
Looks great.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Well, hi everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to stick around for my presentation. I'm sure you're busy. For today, I'll be taking you through an overview of who Brandcast is and what we're doing in the commercial real estate marketplace. I'll show you a few examples of our clients like Colliers International, Berkadia, using our platform and what type of sites they're producing. And then we'll hop into a product demo. And the product demo will be a high overview, but happy to answer any questions that you may have. So here at Brandcast, our goal is to make web development really easy. And in the world of commercial real estate, we know that property marketing, team site marketing, broker marketing, a lot of those different types of marketing have website components, and website development can be really expensive. It can be really costly. So our goal is to help you do website marketing better, faster, cheaper. And if you're not doing it today, well, we are a perfect stepping stone into website development. And so our goal at Brandcast is to help your firm accelerate digital transformation. And really what I mean by that is accelerate the speed and the cadence in which digital projects are deployed. And what we've seen in the marketplace is that content right now is driving more buying decisions than ever before. And we see brands spending more money than ever before to meet their customer where they are, which is online. So throughout the whole customer journey, your client is online researching your property. And so we've also seen customers or brands, spending much too much money to keep up with these market trends because the technologies that they're working on are much too expensive to operate. They're much too slow to use, and they're really much too complex for the end user. So we invented Brandcast. And Brandcast is the first platform that takes everybody that should be associated with web development, which would be design, marketing, ops, IT, and even sales, and brings them into the same platform for the very first time to redefine the digital production process. And the output of that is the ability for any firm, no matter the size, to produce websites at scale. And so what can you build with Brandcast? Well, some of the first sites that you might create could be marketing sites. So we'll get into the property marketing and team marketing sites. Others could be pitches, proposals, presentations. If you're showing up to a pitch with a stodgy PDF or PowerPoint, there's a new way to do things. Also, some projects on our platform could be customer relationship websites. So if you have a specific relationship with the VIP clients and you'd like to bring that conversation online, Brandcast is a perfect way to do so. So let's go ahead and look at some of the websites built on our platform. The first website here is North Point Commerce Park. This is built by the South Carolina Colliers marketing team. And one thing I want to point out about the sites built on Brandcast is they're all going to look different. And that's because we're not really template driven. Brandcast gives you the ability to create any type of look, feel, and function. So for instance, if I go to the Site 3 page and I scroll down, what you'll see here is a sitemap. But then you'll also see the ability for me to click and see what type of availability is actually there. And the beautiful thing about this is this was created by a graphic designer with no website knowledge, and it's managed by marketers and content marketers. So the ability for any brand to come in here and learn how to create websites is really what Brandcast empowers. Here's another one. This one is built by the Vancouver Colliers marketing team. And so Colliers uses us at scale. We're currently deployed globally So every single marketer, content marketer has the ability to not only spin up sites, but work on sites as well. Now, for some of the local brokerages, like SVN, we are the technology that's powering a few of their local sites. So the beauty here is that the local brokers can actually come in and make edits to their websites to change their focus, their specialties, and all of that. Moving on down the line, we have Berkadia from the Berkshire Hathaway family using our platform. They're multifamily focused, so they're really doing a lot of storytelling with our websites. You can see here. And the beautiful thing is that all the websites are going to be mobile responsive right out of the box, so they're going to look great across every device type. And of course, I will show you how that works. Another unique and interesting use case here, let me just move my screen down, would be market reports as websites. So if you are spending a lot of money on research and you're producing PDFs, Brandcast enables you to take all of that interesting data and put it in a web-based format. And the output of that is the ability to A, gate content so that you can collect more leads, but then B, report on how many people are actually viewing your site. You can heat map and index your site so you can see where the majority of visitors are spending the most of their time. Webifying content is a huge use case here at Brandcast. Moving on down the line, portals as well. So you saw on my original slide here that we have some partner sites or some customer sites that you could use Brandcast for. If you need to create a portal for any backend application access, Brandcast is also another really great and easy to use platform to do so. Okay, so enough customer examples. Let's hop into the product. So like I mentioned, we are a platform for designing, deploying, and managing websites of all types. We're a completely browser-based application, which means that you just need a Chrome browser to access our technology. So when you actually log into the Brandcast app, the first thing that you're going to see is your dashboard. And the dashboard is going to give you a holistic view of all the different websites that you've produced. So you can see here, I have this list view where I can then join any website that I've either kicked off or been invited to. If I go to my Open Website tab, I can actually see a visual representation of all the different sites that my brokerage is operating. Now, in terms of inviting your team to access all the sites, you'll click this User Management tab, and essentially that will give me the ability to come in here and add any teammates that I'd like to the platform so that we can collaborate Google Docs style. Right? So the whole value prop of Brandcast is that we really just turn digital production workflows on their head and enable your team to work collaboratively on websites, which is probably how you're working on different aspects of marketing already, right? We just make that easy to do with sites. Now, I have a few options here from the dashboard. I can open up my template gallery. And so my template gallery will give me access to all the templates that my team has created. At Brandcast, we're going to give you access to a lot of templates that our designers here have created, but you actually have the ability to create your own templates. Now, I don't have any templates created here for this demo instance, but I could very easily create one, and I will do so later on in the demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and join a project. We'll go to 123 Main Street. So when I double click into a project, I'm actually going to be brought to a visual sitemap. Now, the visual sitemap is just a really fresh way for you to view how the website's put together. Here we have the home page. Here we have the different pages that make up the menu items in the navigation. I'm going to go ahead and first show you how a graphic designer would use Brandcast. So I'll double click into the home page, and boom, I am landed in the studio. Okay. So the Brandcast Design Studio is the world's most powerful code-free design studio. Essentially, everything that you could do with code or have an engineer build for you, you can actually do visually here. without Brandcast. And the beautiful thing is that it just sort of works the way you think it would. You can push and you can pull on certain elements and they react accordingly. Let's talk about the toolbars. So everything on the right-hand side of the toolbar, these are the tools that your marketing team are going to be familiar with. For here, for instance, we have a color picker where I can choose the background color of any elements. Go ahead and get rid of that. Text formatting panels, tons of different controls here that really just feel like being in Adobe InDesign. All of your content is going to be stored here in the media library. So the media library is actually quite brilliant because this is how we're going to house all of your high-res imagery, all of your videos, PDFs, and all of that. So you don't have to worry about resizing any images for the web. Your designer can just come in here, drop in any images that they like, and they'll automatically be resized for all device types. Now, this is a true drag and drop platform, so you can just, drag photos to replace. You can double click into text to type. Really, it's what you see is what you get. Now, in terms of styling out your website and keeping your sites on brand, we have our global styles panel. So our global styles panel will enable you to upload your custom fonts. So you'll have the ability here to drop in whatever font your brokerage has aligned with for their brand guidelines. So for instance, if I wanted to change the entire font for the website, I could do so quite easily. But let's go back to layout. You'll also have the ability to control how your website breaks down across all breakpoints. And so as you are creating templates to help with your property marketing or your broker marketing or your team marketing, you can actually get really granular with how these sites look across all device types. So you'll notice that I'm in the global styles panel 2. I have my heading 2 highlighted. Next to my text element here, I have an H2. So that's letting me know that that text element's an H2. So from a central location, I can actually choose how big my H2s are, right? And I can also choose how they look across all breakpoints. So for instance, if I drew all the way down to phone portrait and I move my global styles panel out of the way, I can actually choose, okay, I want my H2s to be 25 pixels of size with 32 pixels of space. And the beauty of that is that change is only going to be reflected within the mobile device. Once I drill back up to desktop, I'm going to have the original values, as you can see here, 36 pixels. Wonderful. Now, one of the beautiful things about Brandcast is that everything can become a template. So for instance, this 123 Main Street, if I really like the way that this is feeling and I want to go ahead and make this a template, you can see here, looks really nice, great. I can go ahead and save this as a template and make it available to my whole team. So gone are the days of doing one website for one property or team and then having to reinvent the wheel every time you have a new project. With Brandcast, you can totally streamline and scale web development. Now, not only can entire websites become templates, but also components can become templates. So I'm going to go through 2 more items on the designer side of things before I switch over to showing you how a content editor, an admin, or a broker would work in Brandcast, because we do have different views for the different types of roles. So I'm going to go back to my sitemap. I'm going to add a new page to my site. I'm going to give it no header or no footer. Boom. Awesome. So what you'll see here is that when you do that, you actually have a blank canvas. Up on the top left-hand part of our toolbar, we have what we call design snippets. Now, design snippets are a way for you to actually save any sections as a reusable component. So going back to the original page, if I wanted to save this hero section with text as a component, I could absolutely do so that my designers or marketers can work really, really fast. The idea here is to really break what you actually think websites should cost and should take in time and reduce those down to really fast web development timelines, right? So I've already done that. I've already saved that. So I'm going to go back to my untitled page. I'm going to kick open my snippets drawer, and we're going to go ahead and drop a header on. So we have a left aligned menu, boom. We'll drop that on there, great. Now we're going to start to build out the page. So I'm going to go here with my hero section with call to action. We'll put that underneath. Boom, that looks beautiful. Okay, I'll keep going down the page. Next is going to be the space details. So we'll drop that in here. Wonderful. Okay, great. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and drop in a footer. And the footer is, of course, on the top. There we go. Great. So really within a minute, I have created a property marketing site. Now, obviously, you can get more complex, you can add features from scratch, but the idea is that you can rapidly create websites with Brandcast because everything becomes a reusable element. Now, as a content marketer and admin, I'm going to be working in content mode. So I've actually just switched over to a super simplistic way for you to edit all types of content, right? So we have this really elegant click to edit interface that's really super easy to use, and it lets me do three things. I can swap out copy, I can swap out media, which would be video and photography, or I can change links. So I'm gonna go ahead here and we'll just drop in some new hero text. And you'll notice that as I'm typing here, all of the content is actually adhering to the global styles that I went over as well. So this is how we're able to really make Brandcast scale across teams. You have a designer who's setting up beautiful templates for your team to work in, and then you have this content editor workflow that enables any non-technical person to come in and swap out copy and content. So if I open up the media library here, great, I can start to swap out content within my photo gallery, and you'll see that the changes are going to adhere on the live site. You also have the ability to embed any other technologies. So I showed you this SVN website example here. If I go to their featured properties section, they actually have a partnership with BuildOut. So this is how they're doing all their property listings. So here you can just see a representation of BuildOut. And this is done by dropping in our embed elements. Whoops. Go back here. Back to the studio. Great. So you can drop in any arbitrary code or widgets into our platform. Now, once I'm ready to get the website live, it's really, really easy. So Brandcast is going to cover all of your hosting, software updates, security, bandwidth, everything IT related. Brandcast is going to wrap it up nice and neat so that you don't have to worry about it. So once I'm ready to publish my website, I can just drop in a custom domain here. So maybe 123 Main Street. And I can point my A record over to Brandcast. Now, if I don't want to buy a custom domain and I want to set up my own subdomains, maybe 123 Main Street, and I'm okay publishing to a Brandcast subdomain, you can also do that. We can also set up automatic publishing to a domain. So lots of different options here. If I want to share my website across social networks like LinkedIn or Facebook, you can actually edit how your website appears across all of the social images. You can password protect these sites. So if you want to share it with the client before it goes live, you can absolutely do so. And of course, we're going to have the ability for you to drop in all of your different Google tags and tracking pixels so that you can report on your websites intelligently. Now, when it comes to SEO, we handle it in three brilliant ways. First off, we are an ADA compliant platform. So all of your different images will be searchable and readable by visitors with low visibility. So you can actually drop in your alt tags there. on a page-by-page basis, you'll have the ability to drop in your metadata so that your property is found for keywords and tags that you're throwing in there. And then on a website level, you'll have the ability to come in here and drop in your description right here. So from a designer's perspective, they can create any front-end experience that you like. From a admin's perspective who's managing the website strategy, you actually have an entire dashboard where you can have your past and present projects available to reskin or reuse. And anything, like I mentioned, can become a template, which is wonderful and brilliant at the same time. All of the websites will be mobile responsive right out of the box as well. And then as a content editor, as I'm working in these different sites, I'll have a really simplistic way for me to view and edit all of the content here. So, great. And the last thing that I will mention, for those VIP projects that are really beautiful and they need that extra touch, Brandcast gives you the ability to create any type of animations that you like. So we are a true code-free platform, and where you can really create any type of front-end design that you like, very similar to working in like an Adobe InDesign or Photoshop. But we are also going to give you the ability to create advanced interactions, hover states, what have you as well. So I know I'm ending a little bit early, Bethany, but I just want to turn this over and see if we have any questions that I can answer.
Yep, we do have some questions. The first question is, how do you market this product?
How do we market this product? So this product is used internally, typically by marketing and design teams. They typically use us in-house as a replacement for WordPress or Drupal or whatever technology they're working on, or B, as a stepping stone into custom web development. And one thing I didn't mention is that Brandcast is an annual subscription, so we are a software as a service. So any team that is using our platform gets unlimited training and support as part of your recurring subscription.
Someone else asked about, along the lines of price per license, how many websites can I build per license?
That's the beautiful thing about our platform. So pricing is, it's a reoccurring annual subscription. It starts at $10,000 per year, and that includes 2 licenses, so 2 seats for you to produce an unlimited amount of websites. So our mantra here is that, you know, we want to make websites really simple for you to produce, but then also really predictable in terms of what you're going to pay for them across the year. So for a small $800 a month investment, we will train your team, we will get you proficient on the platform, and in turn, you can produce unlimited websites at scale.
Another question is, do I need to know HTML or something else to get started? I've heard of CSS before.
You do not need to know anything about building websites to get started. As part of your package, you'll have a rigorous onboarding in where we will train you and teach you on the rules of the web. We'll teach you how to build websites within Brandcast, and our goal is to hold your hand while you get your first projects live so that your organization is proficient with website marketing with the Brandcast platform. Any other questions, Bethany?
There is, sorry, having trouble unmuting myself. What if we don't have a designer, or what if we outsource our design?
Yeah, great question. So if you don't have a designer, we have a lot of templates here for you to work with. So, you know, it's sort of like a Squarespace experience with Content Editor. You can drag and drop and update templates really without too much training. We also have a network of freelancers who are proficient in our platform who we can connect you with. And we also have an in-house design team who can actually scope that work for you. So no matter what, if you don't have creatives on staff, we can put together a solution that not only works for you, but it's cost effective.
I think that's it for questions. DJ, do you have contact information that you can share visually with us so that way people can get in touch with you?
I absolutely do. Let me go ahead and make it on the spot because so I'm just going to use a few snippets here to get started, but should be pretty easy. Great. So I'll drop in this header here. All right. So DJ at Brandcast is my email, and my phone number is 650-283-4427. My apologies for not having a slide prepared for that.
Great demo.
Thank you. So yeah, contact me if you'd like me to do a demo for your entire team. I'd love to talk through what goals you have in the website world and tell you how Brandcast can help you achieve those.
Well, thank you so much, DJ and Brandcast, and thanks everybody for participating in this our first virtual demo day of the quarter. We'll be coming back to you later this spring with our second virtual demo day. And like I said, make sure you attend our LA event on March 27th and 28th. Please reach out to me if you have any questions about how to register. I'm at Bethany, BETHANY, at CREtech.com. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.